This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
I think I have found the fountain of youth in paradise, referring to Puerto Rico, where you can find she and her practice center, your team at your sanctuary of serenity in Puerto Rico. They do so many great things there, from massage services and spa treatments. And today we're going to start with the facial treatments, some of them age-defying to make you look younger. If there's a reason to go to Puerto Rico, I'm booking a plane right now for any of this stuff. She Spa is the place, and she is Jasmin Gonzalez, and she is back with us. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. All is good. It's a beautiful day out here. We're doing well. Thank you for asking.
Has there ever been a bad day in Puerto Rico, aside from a storm?
Yeah, but even when it rains, it's just beautiful. I mean, you're on a Caribbean island. I mean, really, honestly, really no complaints. I mean, others beg to differ, but I'm a happy camper.
I appreciate your gratitude. You know, I see it. Anytime I'm on an island, I could just walk with nothing around me on a beach, and I'm in peace. I'm in heaven. It's perfect. It's perfect. And you know what? I did that when I was younger, and I didn't have the gratitude that I have now, and I didn't truly fully appreciate it then as I do now. And you could have all these things, activities planned and all this every time you go away. Just give me some sand, give me that fresh, cleansing salt water and air in the Caribbean. That's all I need. That's it. And a cerveza, if you got one, I'll take that. You know? So you offer a lot of aesthetic treatments, many of them focused on facial. Can we start with one of those, like the age restoration facial?
Sure, we can. First, I'd like to say the importance of facial treatments. People underestimate the power of just getting a basic facial, whether it be every 3 weeks, once a month. I think when you're younger, you kind of don't think about it too much. But in this day and age, it is a big deal, even for the younger generation. I even have 16-year-olds concerned about acne, beautiful porcelain skin. They have one little zit, and it's a big deal. But I love it. It provides me the opportunity to educate them, to help them, in regards to the importance, because as time passes, as it happened to me, I've been in the industry for a long time, but I didn't work as much on my face, and hormones kicked in, aging was just a thing. And I saw the changes. Saw myself in the mirror. I said, what's going on here? Why is this happening? I had a big brown spot here, another brown spot here. I was getting the crow's feet. I was like, wait a minute.
Yep.
I do this for a living. Why do you look that way? So I think it's really important to educate ourselves in regards to, it's essential for skin health. You want to, cleanse the skin. It helps with the basic nourishment. Believe it or not, your skin needs to be nourished, and you need to develop skincare routines. It even helps with stress, lymphatic system. It boosts, the facials boost the collagen, helps with acne. It just complexion, balances the tone. It really makes a difference. And when you look yourself in the mirror, you say, wow, it really marks a difference.
We forget that the skin is the largest organ in the body, and we just take it for granted. Man, it takes care of itself, and I don't worry about that. But not so much, and it's not even just about vanity. It's about health, because what you eat also comes out in your skin. It's just that simple, right?
It's very true. Product is very important. And nowadays, I mean, you have TikTok, Instagram, there's just so much product out there. Korea has a very large product line. Poland, Spain, you name it. And it has really become a very big part of my daily routine. Here we used to have quite a few aesthetic treatments, but now I think on our website we've narrowed it down to, I don't know if it's 3 or 4. But what I recommend, like I do with my body work and therapy, an evaluation. There has to be a skin assessment. Because what you may think is dry skin can be something else altogether. What you may think is, a lot of people, they're like, oh my God, I have all these wrinkles. And what they don't realize is that they're just so darn dehydrated, which starts where? Inside.
Yep.
We're not drinking. And it's not about drinking gallons of water. It's about actually absorbing the water. What helps our body absorb water? The mineral content, electrolytes, right? Is that correct? I'm sure you know.
It's and you know what? You're reminding me as I turn my head. I'm talking 20 degrees that way, and there's a canister of electrolytes that I keep forgetting to put in my water. So when we're off air, I'm doing that. I always forget. I bought it. It's sitting right there for that reason, and I always forget to put it in the water. Yeah.
You'd be surprised how important hydration. People think, okay, I'm going to drink a gallon of water. It's not about drinking a whole gallon of water. You're just going to end up urinating all the necessary nutrients in order for your body to absorb what it needs. Our body is what, 85% water. The skin needs it. Your organs need water. Your lymphatic system, they literally call it the water goddess. That's actually one of the questions in the intake, in the assessment. And I love it when they say, yeah, I drink lots of water. And I say, okay, so what's lots of water for you? Oh, I drink like 3 glasses in the morning with breakfast, in the afternoon. And I'm like, well, I don't think it's sufficient enough. And it's not about the quantity. It's about what your body is able to absorb. And then that's when we go into, and you'd be surprised the difference it makes on the skin. And I see it when my clients come back. They're like, oh my goodness, now that I'm drinking water, I just feel different. My eyes feel brighter. And it's just water, Steve.
Yeah.
Something so basic.
You can see the improvement. And also, many think, well, I'm drinking coffee. And coffee is not the same as water. Yes, you're ahead of the game, but you're not as far as you would be if you had the right type of water, electrolytes, minerals, and everything. Make sure you're being intentional. I got to tag it.
Coffee's a diuretic. Coffee is a diuretic.
That's my point. Yeah. Because I used to think, I got my extra large here that lasts me the entire day, to be honest with you. It's my little treat here and there of flavor. It's not about the caffeine. I don't even need caffeine. Right. But yes, I used to think, well, I'll just keep drinking coffee. It's I'm consuming something, but not really, not totally. Anyway, you really go into detail. Even on your website, you have, even on the Age Restore Facial Experience. I'm going to read it because I've never seen this before, and I think it's so cool. Arrival and welcome, personalized consultation, pre-age restore facial. Then the Age Restore Facial Experience, post-age Restore Facial, your departure, your recommendations. You're very detailed about all of this. You're very serious.
Yeah, a little too much sometimes.
Well, results, that's what comes from that,
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want. And I always emphasize, I always say, hey, I don't have a magic wand, but I am knowledgeable. I have skills. And if we do this together, we're going to reap results.
Yep.
And you'll see results in the first session because I'm eyes on the prize. I'm there. I'm in it. And it's not about just slapping on some cream and cleanser and lotion. I use the wood lamp. I use an oximeter. I measure the amount of moisture in the oil. I use these little, tools that help me determine, okay, Am I going to use this product line? Am I going to use this product line?
Wow.
I'll ask them, are you going to the beach? Are you going to be in the pool? Are you going to? I turned down 2 women last week. They were like, hey, we just got here and we would like deep cleansing facials. I was like, wait a minute. So you just got off the plane? They're like, yeah. I was like, okay, so what's the itinerary for the next couple of days throughout your vacation? Oh, we're going to do the beach and the pool and we're going to go scuba diving and we're going to go. I said, you know what, sweetheart, I really believe facial should take place at the latter part. You know, go home with a spectacular new glow. But they're here in Puerto Rico, you're close to the equator. You know how close you are to the sun? You could I could turn on and off the switch. I'm so close. You know, and it's people don't realize the degree or the level of that exposure and what it can do to, you know, fair skin or skin that is, you know, you're coming from what? Let's say Chicago, where you barely see the sun, or whatever city that, you know, the sun doesn't shine as brightly. Then you come to the Caribbean, you know, you're all over, no hat, no glasses, you know, no coverage, and then you want me to do a deep cleanse with a peel
and go back out in the sun
before,
for the rest of your vacation. So now you expose the fresh, I call it baby skin, or at least one, 2 layers in, and yep, let's hit me up with the sun and recipe for trouble. Wow.
Yeah, big time. And then what's going to happen? At the end of the trip, oh man, that girl, I went for a facial. She screwed up my face. That's why I try my best to educate them. Yeah. I've lost a couple of $100, but that's not my priority. Right. My priority is that we take care of your skin, and that when you do come and see me, I'm going to treat the issue at hand.
Love it.
I mean, I could see you before you go onto the sun, and we can put on some moisturizer and, you know, but that you can do at home. Why am I going to charge you $75, $80 to slap on a cleanser cream and a serum?
Tell me about
for me, it doesn't make sense.
The deep cleansing facial that they asked for. Can we walk through that? Like what's actually taking place?
We can. So with a deep cleansing facial, I normally take a look at the skin. It's based on, I want to see how thin the skin is. I want to see what type of skin they have. And then that'll determine the type of deep cleanse I'll do. Within the deep cleanse, there's also what's called extirpaciones. I don't know how to say that in English. When you take out the congestion, I don't know how to say it.
Sinuses? No.
No.
You said congestion. I don't know.
When you pull out all the junk.
Okay,
like
pores in the pores.
Yeah,
like, yes,
yeah.
like okay. So I've done that, and many of us have Biore strips where you put them on, then you peel them off, and it's taking that stuff. You know, you know, some of the. It looks like blackheads, but it might not be. Yeah, is that it? Am I?
Yeah. You're on track. I just don't know how to say it in English. But anyways, so we use our little utensils to get rid of that stuff. But I prepare the skin first. So based on the type of skin, let's say if it's a young 16-year-old, I'll go ham. I'll get the most astringent cleanser, prep the skin. You put it on actually as a mask. And then after that, what I do first is wipe off. Because you don't know, they may have some sunscreen on, they may have put some concealer, whatever. So that first portion is just to kind of prep the skin so I can take a look at it. I'll look underneath the magnifying lamp so I can take a look deeper.
Sure.
Also the oximeter. So that's the little unit that with the 2 little prongs. I'll check the T-zone to see if we have lots of oil, how the moisture levels are. And then also use the wood lamp. The wood lamp, it's like a UV lamp, and it allows me to see a lot more of the imperfections and the blemishes and the level of congestion that the skin, it just reveals a whole lot more. so I can
Yeah.
see exactly what I'm
I,
dealing with.
I'd be afraid to be on the other side of that, looking at my skin. Like I'm like, oh, like
You'd
what's
be
going on there? I
surprised.
know, that's what I'm saying.
You'd be surprised when you look under those lamps
Uh,
and you don't. I mean, you look yourself in the mirror every day, but when you look under that magnifying lamp and the UV lamp and all these other, you're like, wow,
Even the
people don't
magnifying
realize.
mirror that has the light around it, when you look at that, it's like, ooh, I hope other people
Yeah.
don't see that, you know, because, you know, it's bringing magnification in. Wow. You know, one thing that stands out here, I don't do it, you know, I'm a man, so yeah, I kind of don't consider it, but I really need to. Just cleansing your skin properly on a regular
Yeah,
basis. I don't think
yeah.
we think of that, you know, doing it right, doing it right. Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people. I take time. I'm really big on educating my clientele. Talk to them about the basics. And even if I was like, okay, don't buy the 10-step cleansing kit, get the basics. Talk to me. Let me know what's your lifestyle about? What does that look like? What's your daily regimen? Help me help
Mhm.
you.
Yep.
So we'll get you what you need and what'll function, opposed to getting now there's just so many different steps to, and I get that, but I think a lot of that should happen here, at our clinic or in our cabin. Those 10, 12 steps, make it a habit. I'm 54 and I think I look great for
You
my
do.
age.
You do.
when i when I was 46, I didn't look like this. I was like, oh, we've got to do something about this. And now that I'm 54, and skincare is so important to me. And I'm not going to sell you product just to sell you product. I'm going to educate you, give you the information you need so you can make the decision. And then I'm on your team. I'm Team Steve all the way
Mhm.
until you say, okay, yeah, I'll give you the tools you need. And I highly recommend, gentlemen, for yourself. I have quite a few gentlemen. They come in for their gentleman's facial, which is very different compared to, I mean, it's similar
Yep.
in some ways, but for instance, men's hair a lot more thicker. In regards to the pores, they're a lot larger. The type of uh, the type of product I use totally different. The treatment, we use different kind of steaming techniques, we different kind of towels. We cater it and tailor it to a gentleman, to the male population. Um, but I highly recommend it for everyone. And I am my biggest advocate.
I
I'll,
appreciate that
I'll
because
all day long.
you bring back a memory. A year ago, I had one. It was a gift card to a spa. And I said, "Oh, let's do a facial, whatever." Um, I noticed a difference even leaving there and a day or two after. And I don't know what they were doing. I just closed my eyes and just sit and relaxed. And all I remember was some kind of stuff on my face and this, that, and a certain light for a little while and things like that. But I
Yeah.
did notice like it looked cleaner, fresher. Um, Interesting.
It makes a difference. You have to pamper yourself. You have to do it. We have to take care of ourselves.
Yep.
Massage and facial are so basic. You eat every day, you go hang out, you take crazy trips, you go, to the other side of the world. Why can't you take one day just for you, 4 hours? What's the big deal? You're going to feel better. It's going to benefit you on every level.
That's the stuff we forget because you think that it's gonna make me feel good. I'm pampering, I'm relaxing, but your mindset after that, when you look in the mirror and say, "Well, you know what? That looks fresher. I'm not really seeing those fine lines that I had." What about reversing damage? Let's say from the sun and things like that. Is how much can you do with any of the facial treatments? Can you erase some of the very, very, very fine lines or at least minimize
Yes.
them?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, you can. And now there's so much technology. There's a product line that I use currently, and it works with neurotransmitters.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Even I was astounded with the results. She was on my table at the end. Now we incorporate a lot of massage with these specific products. which really makes a difference as well as far as absorption is concerned. But the technologies that there are nowadays, the problem is people want that magic. They want that magic wand. They want, okay, that's why they go get needles. Not against it, to each his own. You do your thing. But you're reversing a process. You're reversing something that has taken 25 years to occur. Now you want the results in 3 weeks. No, It's a commitment. We'll do this together. There is home care, skin care. I'll do my part. You just have to follow the instructions. This is team effort. It's about we're doing this together because your triumph is my triumph. Your victory is my victory. I always tell my clients, if you didn't like something, tell me. Tell me so I can find an alternative. Tell me so I can make the necessary changes. I'm not going to get offended. I need you to give me feedback so I can make this work for you. That's beautiful. That was beautiful.
I love that. But it's true. We're in this together. If your client feels good, you're going to feel good. Even just the energy that's going to, when they look in the mirror, like, oh man, or they send you an email or a text or something saying, you know what, this looks fantastic. That's gotta make you feel really good, right, Jasmin?
Yeah, it does. When they don't get the results that they want, I'm like, I call my friend that's a dermatologist. I call, another, my backup. Like I have a team of people that I could always go to and ask questions. But I always try to find a result, I always try to find a solution or an alternative, because and I'm not doing it because, some kind of pride. I do it because it changed me. I didn't look myself in the mirror for a while. When I had everything happening because of the aging and the hormones and the changes, I stopped. I said, I don't want to see that lady. I don't know who she is. But when I started seeing the changes, people stopping me, I'm at dinner and they're like, oh my God, what did you do to your skin? Oh my God, you're glowing. Oh my goodness. I walk around with family members and they think that I'm like even when I'm with my son, they think that I'm my son's sister. So when you start, you're like, wait a minute, the thing is it takes time. It's going to take time and it's a commitment. But in the long haul, you're going to see difference there. I just got a phone call from one of my clients. We're working on the anti-aging. She wanted to go get Botox. And so I said, hey, give me a chance. I'm not saying those are going to disappear, but you're going to see a gradual change that you're going to like. I said, trust me. Can you trust me? She's a prominent engineer, architect. She's an amazing, brilliant woman, but aging kind of caught her off guard. And we started working together. And she actually thanked, and now she's like, I want to do more of this and I want to do, it's like, see, that's my girl right there. That's what I want to hear. We're going to make this happen. You tell me what you need. We're going to figure this out together. And you're going to see the change. It's gradual. Remember, you see yourself in the mirror every day.
Yep.
So,
and to your point, and spot on, it took you years to get to this point. Years in the sun. Years of aging. And even I notice when I take fish oil, I notice a difference in my complexion with that. That just alone. Imagine doing this other stuff, the anti-aging, the proper deep cleaning and all of this. You're in Puerto Rico. Perfect if somebody's, on holiday, if you will, to stop by. Some of the stuff you might want to do at the end of your vacation, like those two women. And thank you for your honesty on that and telling them that, it's probably not the best thing for you. How do we find you, Jasmin?
You can give us a call, 787-465-0819. You can visit our website, www.chisspamassage.com. I'll spell that for you. CHISPAMASSAGE.com. And on our website, we do have the WhatsApp little bubble, so they can always send us a message. And please be patient if we're unable to answer immediately, but we try to do our best to get back in touch as quickly as
Hey,
possible.
you're busy making people look younger. It's okay. I get it. Thank you for today. Thank you for the insight and kind of breaking the
Yeah.
whole process down here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Steve.
All right.
Thank
Likewise.
you so much for your patience.
Thank you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.